heartburn. These are all signs that your gut's not balanced. Maybe you're getting diarrhea or constipation. These are all signs that your gut's not happy. Decreased nutrient absorption. So this is a big one. We've never eaten more in our lives, in our society, but we've never been more nutritionally depleted, because a lot of the food that we're eating doesn't have a lot of nutrients in it. Or we're cooking it so much that those live enzymes that are in our vegetables are dead by the time we eat it. So that's where digestive enzymes can help. That helps you digest your foods properly. Now, gut inflammation is increased when all of these things are happening. You've got gut inflammation, you might end up with things like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, colitis. These are all signs that there's inflammation going on in the digestive tract. Digestive enzymes decrease, so your natural production, the ones that you make yourself, will start to decrease. So when that happens, there's a few things you can do. Chew your food really, really well before you swallow it. Don't drink when you eat, just take small sips. And take digestive enzymes, because they're going to help you break down your food properly. And then, of course, if you're not paying attention to all of this stuff, it can lead to that leaky gut that I mentioned. And then, of course, the leaky gut can lead to leaky brain. And when you have that leaky brain, you might be more prone to depression and Alzheimer's and dementia. So when you have toxins cross over the blood-brain barrier, then your brain is going to have to start dealing with that as well. And you might get brain fog. And it increases your stress response. You're not able to deal with stress easily. And so your stress response increases. You might get brain inflammation. And again, that leads to those things like the dementia and the Alzheimer's. So they're seeing this in these patients. They've got inflammation happening in their brain, just like you would have inflammation happening in your gut or anywhere else in the body. And then, of course, the decreased immune system. So your immune system is just not functioning properly because the signals aren't working properly in your brain. Which leads to decreased vagal activity. Now, the vagus nerve is a nerve that goes from the back of your head and it goes throughout the body. It goes to some very, very important organs. So, of course, the first one being the liver, the stomach, the kidneys, and the gut, which would be the rest of the intestinal tract. So if you're having problems with this is me, this is what actually happened to me. I was having problems with my gut. I was peeing constantly. I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't making my digestive enzymes properly. And I thought, what is going on? And this happened only last year. I'm in the industry. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing everything right, but this is still happening. And it was my vagus nerve. It wasn't working properly. It wasn't firing properly. So I went to my naturopath who helped me to deal with it. So one of the best things you can do is take bitters. That's going to stimulate your vagus nerve. Or gargling with water really, really loud. That helps to stimulate the nerve. So there's a few things you can look it up on Google of how to stimulate your vagus nerve, because it's a very, very important nerve in your body. So where are excess toxins stored? So this thing's driving me crazy. Okay. So when toxins come into the body, they're coming in through the lungs, the skin, and also through your gut, through your intestines. Everything, whether you eat it, breathe it, or drink it, is going to go through the liver. Now, I just did a bit more research today, so I'm going to explain a little bit about how important the liver is and how does the liver detoxify these toxins for you. So there's two phases of detoxification. So phase one, what happens is the liver works to eliminate toxins through a very complex group of enzymes known as cytochrome P450. And there's a whole bunch of different enzymes. There's about 50 to 100 enzymes that make up this cytochrome P450. And they all do a job, but they overlap so that it's going to ensure maximum detoxification. So toxins are neutralized and released into bile. They're made water soluble so the kidneys can excrete them. And when necessary, the toxins are converted into a more chemically active form called active intermediaries. Okay, so that's phase one. Then you go on to phase 2. In phase 2 liver detoxification, it takes these active intermediaries and makes it more toxic. So that's even worse for your body. So at first, that's what happens. And this is where it's very important to support the liver through its detoxification phases so it can go through these cycles more efficiently. So it needs to be eliminated promptly once these toxins are made. So fiber is really, really important to sweeping out toxins. So the active intermediaries are converted, and then they're converted a second time, where they're combined with mineral compounds, amino acids, and other biochemicals, which are water soluble. So it's changing some of those toxins from fat soluble to water soluble so that you can get it out through your kidneys and through your urine. So phase 2 liver detoxification works by 6 different mechanisms and involves what's called conjugation. I know this is a little more complicated, but I really wanted to let you guys understand how important the liver is. So toxic substances are bound to other substances within the body. And so things like amino acids, glutathione, sulfur, acetyl coenzymes, so all of these things are bound to these things, and then they are eliminated through the body. So once they're bound, they can be safely eliminated at that point through the bladder, through the bile, and then through your colon. So phase 2 is required to detox medications, food additives, toxins from intestinal bacteria. They eliminate steroid hormones, estrogen, thyroid hormones, so that they don't overload the body. So I know that was a little complicated, but I did want you to understand how complicated detoxification is and how important the liver is to that process. So if the liver is not able to handle it, it should go out through the skin, the kidneys, the colon, and the lungs. If that doesn't happen, where does it go? The fat-soluble toxins go into your fat cell, your bone marrow, your liver, and your central nervous system. And that's why a lot of people with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, they show a lot of aluminum and heavy metals because they like the nervous system. Now, if it's a water-soluble toxin, they're going to go out into the joints, the blood, the tissues, and the muscles, which is why some people, they get a really achy, like their joints are always sore. It's because those water-soluble toxins are hanging out in the joints. So some of the symptoms that might show up if someone is toxic is things like fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome. And that could be directly related to that leaky gut I was telling you about, where those toxins are going into the bloodstream and the body is just constantly attacking and causing these autoimmune disorders. Allergies and sinus congestion. So if it's away from, allergy season, I don't know if you guys get those seasons, but I know in Canada, when certain things come into bloom, some people get more allergies at certain times. But the allergies and sinus congestion could be because you're dealing with something that you're eating that is leaking into that leaky gut, getting into the bloodstream, and the body is causing the inflammation, it's causing you to sneeze, it's causing you to get all stuffy and stuff like that. So that's the allergies and sinus congestion. Maybe you've got IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, or digestive issues like constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating. So these are all signs that you've got some toxicity going on and you might want to deal with that. The pain and the inflammation, as I mentioned, could be in the joints, but any sign of inflammation in the body is not normal. You shouldn't be living in pain every day. So start paying attention to your body. What's it trying to tell you? Mood changes. So the liver makes hormones, it also detoxes hormones, and hormones really control a lot of our mood and how we get through each day. And some days are worse than others, and some days you have no patience for anything. So again, when that happens, for me personally, I notice that when I start getting really irritated all the time, that's my liver talking and saying, okay, I'm not happy, you need to start working on my liver again. Weight gain. Toxins are stored in your fat cells. So the fat-soluble toxins are stored there. So what happens is the body is very, very smart. It doesn't want those toxins free-flowing. So it puts it into fat cells, and then it slows down your resting metabolic rate. It doesn't want them, flowing around. But the other thing it does is that it won't let you release those toxins. So it won't let you release the weight because it knows it's dangerous. So if someone has hit a plateau, if they're trying to lose weight and they can't, it could be because they're toxic. The body says, no, 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 I'm trying to protect you, so let's just hold on to these toxins. And so when you cleanse, you can get rid of that, and then you can start to lose the weight. Cardiovascular disease and respiratory problems. Again, that goes back to that silent inflammation in the body. And when you've got toxins circulating through your bloodstream and going into the heart, these are all things that can cause this cardiovascular disease and respiratory problems. And then candida and parasites, they really do a lot of damage. They give off their own waste. They eat your food and they excrete waste in your body. They're little hijackers within you. So they do a lot of damage by giving off waste, but they physically do damage as well. So candida punctures your intestinal tract. It grows roots called rhizoids, and they puncture your intestinal tract. And parasites can actually just latch right onto your intestinal tract. So they can do a lot of damage and of course lead to further toxicity. Hormonal imbalance, as I mentioned already, liver, very much closely related to hormone production and detoxification. And hormone, again, related to skin issues. So if you're getting acne around your mouth, that is very much related to hormones. Especially you're going through the cycles, like monthly cycles. I think ladies, a lot of us may have experienced it, that you get it every month. That's a hormone related thing. So, balance the liver. You notice I keep saying the same thing over and over? Food sensitivities, again, sign of toxicity. All of these things are getting into your bloodstream, shouldn't be there. Body's attacking it, causing the food sensitivities. Headaches and brain fog. I'd say that's almost number one. If someone is always getting headaches and they're always kind of spacey and they've got this brain fog, I always think this person needs to cleanse. And again, back to the liver, okay? So there's general ways of cleansing. First one could be colon hydrotherapy. If someone has had long-term constipation for a long time, this could be a good way, I'm learning, this could be a good way to get things started, to get things moving through the intestinal tract. You could do a sauna or steam bath. What a nice, relaxing way to detoxify. This is my favorite way to detoxify, because your skin is your largest organ in your body. And so we absorb things in through our skin, but we also detoxify through our skin. So doing a sauna and a steam bath is great. Lymphatic massage is something that helps to get the lymph flow going. So our blood uses the heart as a pump, but the lymphatic system uses movement. So exercise is very good for the lymphatic system. Okay, so get that lymph flow going. And dry skin brushing, or you do scraping here. What dry skin brushing is it's a dry brush and you brush up towards your heart. So your arms and your legs, your stomach and everything, and you brush it up towards the heart because the lymphatic system is a one-way valve system. So you want to be working it up towards the heart, which is where that system works toward. And it's the same idea with scraping. Okay, it's just done in a little bit of a different way. Exercise, of course, it's good for absolutely everything. It increases the production of your endorphins. It makes you feel good, but it also helps you get rid of the toxins. Okay, you're sweating it out. You're moving the lymph system around. So it's very, very important to exercise. Green juicing. I didn't say juicing because a lot of people think, oh, great juice. I love like mango juice or something. But there's a lot of sugar in that juice. And sugar is also toxic to the body. Sugar is a poison to the body. So most of us, I think, in this day and age, have way too much sugar in our diet. So green juicing is important. And this is where spirulina is good too. So the green juicing is going to get all of those good nutrients. And I did mention fiber. Make sure you're getting enough fiber in the day. So if you're juicing, you're not keeping in the fiber. So the fiber is important to help soak up and sweep out toxins. And if you're eating a whole food, the fiber's right in there with it. Mother Nature's packaged it perfectly. But if you're juicing, you need to add that fiber. And then, of course, the reason we're here is the herbal detoxification kits. So, how can cleansing kits help? First of all, they're really, really convenient. They're easy to take. So, they help increase bile production in the liver. And what the bile does is it takes those toxins out, stores it in the gallbladder, and then your body will get rid of it. It also increases peristalsis and hydration. So peristalsis is the natural muscular movement of your colon. So it's going to help increase that action. It's going to hydrate the colon, and it's going to help to flush things out. It helps to increase urine output. So those water-soluble toxins are able to be released through the body. It increases the blood and lymphatic circulation. So the blood brings good nutrients into your cells, but it also removes toxic waste, and so does the lymphatic system. It gets rid of a lot of those poisons in your body. So it increases the production of both of them. Mucus discharge from the lungs will increase. So when people start doing a cleanse, the full body cleanse, they might notice that they start coughing a little more, and that's normal. It's because your body's trying to get rid of those toxins that your lungs are starting to excrete. So it's actually a good thing. And then a decrease in pathogens, so the candida, the parasites, and all of the byproducts that they give off in the body. And then, of course, reduce fat deposits in the liver and the fatty tissues. So there's 2 unique formulations, and Elkin has worked with a detoxification expert to develop 2 sets. So it's a comprehensive detoxification program, and they work synergistically together. So it's important that you do both of them on a regular basis. So the first one is the DT detoxification set, and the other one is the LV detoxification, or sorry, it's a liver protection set, it's a liver protection set. So they both do slightly different things. So the first one, the DT set, is 3 steps. So the first step you take in the morning on an empty stomach, and it helps to get rid of the toxins in your organs. The second part you take in the middle of the day, and that's the fiber. That's going to help to soak up and sweep out the toxins out of your body. And part 3, you take after your dinner. So that's the one that you take at dinner, and it's going to help with the colon. It's going to help you to eliminate things through the colon. So these are taken every day until the kit is finished. So it's a complete detoxification program. It works on the liver, lungs, colon, kidneys, skin, blood, and lymphatic system. So for the liver, it's got ingredients that act as a cholagogue. And what that does is it promotes the discharge of bile, and that stimulates bile flow. And that gets rid of those toxins. It also has ingredients that protect the liver cells, which is really important, especially during detoxification. For the kidneys, it's got ingredients that's going to help increase urine flow. Very important as you're getting rid of these toxins. It's got ingredients that promote mucus secretion and discharge from the lungs. It's got ingredients to help increase the peristalsis, that natural muscular movement. It soothes the intestinal walls, and it also relieves stomach bloat. In the skin portion, it's got ingredients that help to induce sweating, so getting those toxins out through your skin. The blood has ingredients to enhance blood detoxification, and for the lymphatics, it's got ingredients to promote lymphatic circulation. So all of the ingredients have been chosen to work together, and they're proven by research. So they know these herbs work for these things, so they've been formulated together to work on the entire body. So you would start off with that one. It's 14 days. It's convenient, you know? And if you're someone who cannot remember to take your capsules, I used to be one of those people. So in the morning on an empty stomach, my stomach was empty when I brushed my teeth. So I would put it there with my toothbrush. And then at lunch, I would have my fiber. So I would bring it to work with me. Because we have a full body cleanse in Canada too. And then the last part, I would put next to where I would be making my supper. Dinner. You guys have it too. My family's out today. In Canada, we call it dinner and supper. It's the same thing. So after dinner, So put it next to where you might be preparing your dinner, or if you're going out for dinner, put it in your bag. So it's pretty easy to take, and it works really well. But then to keep it going, to keep that liver working optimally, is what you would do the 30-day liver care program. And this is the LV set. And this one protects healthy liver function, supports all phases of liver detoxification, and also assists with toxin elimination. So this is something that you would take ongoing. So you would take this for 3 months, and then you would go back on to the DT set again. So this is something you do every day to support that liver that's doing over 500 functions for you. So phase 1 is the detoxification. Phase 2 is the neutralization and the conjugation of these toxic substances that we're dealing with. So it neutralizes molecules to create harmless and water-soluble substances. And then part 3 is elimination. So that's going to help eliminate these water-soluble substances, eliminated through the body, through either the urine or the feces. Okay? So that is the LV set. So this is something that you would stay on every day. So the first part, it's a 2-part kit for this one. The first part you take before you have your empty stomach. Empty stomach. So again, put it next to your toothbrush. And the second part you have with your dinner. You have after your dinner, I should say. So it's similar to the first one, except in the first one you've got the fiber in the middle. So it's still taken the same way. So you're in that habit already. So just keep on going, but it's just a different product. So protect, eliminate, and support with the LV Fens and the LV Cleanse in the LV set. So that's what both parts do. So start off 14 days comprehensive detoxification program. You want to start off with that because you want to get all of those organs of elimination working together so that when your liver is getting rid of the toxins that it's dealing with, all of the other organs of elimination are cooperating. So it's going to be a little easier. So if you listen to your body when it whispers, you won't have to hear it scream. So pay attention. What is your body trying to tell you? Pay attention to those little symptoms. If you're having problems every time you eat a certain food, I used to keep a food diary, and I would do it for a couple of weeks. How did I feel when I ate certain foods or when I did certain things? And then I was able to start listening to my body and start paying attention. And now I'm really hypersensitive to what it's telling me. And I can make the shifts, you can make the changes pretty easily. So that is the end.